welcome back to my channel. I am doing a requested tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you how you can take one of these wallpaper type pages and turn it into something unique and interesting. It's a technique that some colorists have used previously in the past and still continue to use it. I will show you one way in this video, but there are two ways that I am going to be doing tutorials for. So I am working in Die Welt, Unter Lupe-zu Lande by Rita Berman. I've picked this floral page here because it will work quite well with this page. I don't have like a circular mandala type thing going on here. That's not really what I want to use this technique for. So two of the ways that colorists use, they will either create circles randomly on a page, color within that circle, create a 3D circle, and then call the page complete. The other thing you can do is use different puzzle pieces. So I've picked out 3 random puzzle pieces from a puzzle, and I'm going to lay them out randomly on this page, and I'm going to trace around the puzzle piece. And once I've done that, I will color inside the puzzle. I will be using the Cobra Black Widow set, and I'm just doing purples and greens. So let me show you how this is done. So I want to use this flower. Now I'm just choosing which puzzle piece will cover over most of that flower. Okay. So you trace over the puzzle, well, the puzzle piece. All right, I'm just using a normal HB pencil. Okay, and now I'm going to randomly place another puzzle piece somewhere. And I'm using a different type of puzzle piece, and I'm using the different types just to add variety, because a puzzle is made up of several styles. But you could use a small puzzle piece, you could use a big puzzle piece, you could use a mix. There's no rule. It's just whatever you want. Okay, and then I want to use this puzzle piece here, so I'm going to come over here. Now, the only coloring we have to do is with inside these puzzle pieces. We will add a bit of background where needed. But we're not going to be coloring in the entire page. And in some ways, this is what makes this style quite fun and relaxing. It's very different to what you would normally do. All right, so I put my puzzle pieces to one side. I'm going to use Black Widow, Cobra, Venom, and Opal green. So and that is outside. So wrong leaf. Oh dear. And I'm going to come to this leaf. So I'm going to just do all the leaves in this bit. Right here, I've got a bit here. Okay, now I'm going to take the opal green and I'm going to deepen this here. I'm coming back in with my Venom. And I'm going to bring in some light yellow. I'm going to use some grape to deepen the shadow areas. Go over that with my opal green. Bring in some more of my Venom. Okay, so we need opal green again. And we want to work on making our leaves a little bit different. Not all the same. A bit of space. No, sorry, grape. Come in with some Venom. And some light yellow, just to brighten it up. Some Venom again. Opal green. Light yellow. Some Venom. Light yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to do the flowers, and I'm going to create purple petals, and I'm going to use purple haze. Right, next we're going to use space. Next we're going to use grape. Next I'm going to use some Prisma whites. For the centers I'm going to use some Cobra. Then I'm going to come around with some chestnut. And I'm just going to go over this with the mustard. Chestnut, then mustard, Prismacolor sepia, and some mustard. So coming back to my grape, purple haze, and Prismacolor white. I'm going to bring in some black gray, Prismacolor black gray. And I'm doing this because I want my shadows quite defined. Okay, so I had a little interruption, and while I was just sorting stuff out and waiting for another gap to come and film, I just worked on this puzzle piece to just get to be able to have something to show you. So this is what it will look like complete, but I'm going to walk you through the other two puzzle pieces. I also did this piece off camera so that I could work out what I wanted to do in the background. So now that I know it's easy, I can actually show you what we're going to be doing. So I'm using a mixture of Prismas and Black Widows. I need the Prismacolors because the set of Black Widows I have doesn't have all the shades I need for this video. But don't worry, I'm going to include all those pencils in the description below, and I will also include options for Polychromos in the description as well, so you can check that out. Right, so I'm going to show you how to finish these two. So as in earlier in the video, I showed you how to do the leaf and the flowers. So now I'm going to come in with the background, the edges of the background. I still need to finish the embellishments on the rest of the flowers inside the puzzle piece, but we can do that at the end. Okay, so I needed a bit of black grape, so I'm going to just bring you in a little bit more. Okay, so there are two ways that we can do this. I've shown you how to do the leaves and the flowers, but what about the background and the actual puzzle? So the one way is to do the background first and go around the puzzle afterwards. The other way would be to outline the puzzle first and then fill in your background. So I will show you both options and you can decide for yourself which one you prefer. So I'm going to first show you how to do the background. So I'm just going to randomly place some jasmine. Okay, now if I look here, I can see that I've missed this section and this bit here. So I'm using my purple colors again to just redefine my flower bits. Okay, next I'm using Prismacolor Sap Green Light PC120. Alright, so now bit that I'm filling in the background, I'm also seeing parts of other leaves and well, not leaves, sorry, parts of flowers that I have missed. So I'm going to need to do that as well, but I will finish with this background first. Okay, so here are flower bits I've missed, and here. So I'm going to get my flower colors, the same as I showed you earlier. I'm not going to run through the names, I'm just going to color them in quickly. It's the same thing as what I showed you earlier, so you're just going to go through that process. Okay, so I need a bit of Venom in here because I've got some of that centerpiece coming out. Okay. Excuse the noise, my children are busy playing TV games. It is 5 and we've had a bit of a full-on day at home, just doing things together, and I'm just grabbing the opportunity to sit down and do a tutorial for you while they are amusing themselves. And I've been doing this on and off throughout the day just because, you know, summer holidays, kids need mom, so we've played some games, watched some TV, just had a relaxed day at home. Okay, so now that my flowers are done, I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use marine green, and I'm going to build this up. And as I do the background, you can see the shape of the puzzle coming through. Okay, then I go back over that with the sap green light. Now really you don't have to worry about matching colors. You can do any color palette. I do have a video coming soon about color theory, and that will help you to match your colors together. But you can use any color scheme. You could do blue and green, or blue background, pink flowers. You could, yeah, you could have yellow flowers and orange leaves and make like a fall theme. So I'm just really more focusing here on showing you the concept and how you can create this effect than worrying about specific colors. So this is the jasmine. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in a 70% warm grey. And this is what I'm going to go over my leaves with. Sorry, not my leaves, the edges. This is what I'm going to use to go over the edges of my puzzle. And I want to deepen the one side. And I'm finding if I use an upright pencil, I can avoid the double lines. So what I do suggest when you create this is to not use a normal graphite pencil, but to use one of your coloring pencils, so a gray from one of your coloring pencils, because as you can see I've created a blank line here in between, and it just gives me a bit more work. So to avoid that, just use a normal colored pencil. Okay, then I go over the grey with the marine green. Okay, now I'm going to blend it up using the grey-green light PC289. Next, I'm going to take a dark 90% grey. I think this is the cool grey 90%. And I've sharpened it to a point, and what I want to do is really come along the edge, and I want to make a crisp line. You can use black for this if you would like. Okay, so let's just tidy this up a bit here. So now we need to put a little bit of shadow into this. So we're gonna create a bit of a shadow along this edge here. And along here. All right, and then we're going to use a little bit of the sap green light and just blend it out. Sometimes you don't need a very strong shadow, you just need a hint of a shadow. Then we're going to make a bokeh effect. Okay, and then you're going to take a white Posca pen or a white Uniball Signo pen and create your highlights. Right, so that is the one way. The other way is to do the border first. So shade out your border, your puzzle border. So I'm using a 70% warm grey. I can clearly see my outline. So now what we're going to do is just shade in the depth of our puzzle piece. And then you carry on and you color the piece as usual. And what I'm doing here is I'm just going over the grey and blending it out. Okay, so I'm going to finish this page and I will show you what the whole page looks like with all the puzzle pieces complete, and that will give you a better idea of what the end product looks like. So see you then. So this is what the page looks like completed with all the puzzle effects. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you will make many beautiful puzzle pieces on your own coloring books. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe and comment below, as it helps to support my channel. And until the very next time I see you, take care.